Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I have another perfume haul for you. Surprise, surprise. So this one came from Fragrancenet, and I feel like I have a lot of fragrances here that people don't talk about very much. Most of these, well, there's a couple of them that I've definitely heard of before, but some of them I had never even heard of, and I've got some gems. So with all that being said, I'm just gonna jump right in. The first fragrance that I have is one that I've been wanting for a while. This is a fragrance that I haven't heard a ton of it, I haven't heard a ton about this on YouTube, but this is just one that has caught my eye. I believe this is a Francis Kirk. In fact, it's funny because I have quite a few Francis Kurkdjian fragrances in here, or not, I should say quite a few that he has been that he's created, that he's the perfumer of. So I believe Apparition is one of them. And I have just wanted this perfume for a long time. Now, I got this little small, what I thought was a ½ ounce bottle because I love being able to purchase things in a ½ ounce. However, I did not realize that I was actually buying some kind of a perfume oil, which is perfectly fine with me because basically what you do is you just pump a little, you just pump it onto your fingers and then rub it on your pulse points. And it is incredibly strong and long lasting that way. And normally I don't love oils, but I have tested this one and it lasted absolutely forever on my skin. So I'm perfectly happy to have it in this format. So, Apparition. Oh gosh, this is so beautiful. This has a raspberry liqueur note in it. That is like the most prominent note. And it is just so yummy. So, Apparition is, again, the raspberry liqueur, red pepper, rose, passion flower, heliotrope, tonka, patchouli, amber, and vanilla. So I get the raspberry liqueur, but I get the rose as well. It's a beautiful, fragrant, sweet rose. And then there's a little bit of powderiness from the heliotrope. It's stunning. I love this fragrance. I was so happy to finally add it to my collection after having it on my want list for many, many months. So, well, actually probably over a year. So anyways, the first one is Apparition by Emanuel Ungaro. The second fragrance that I picked up is one that I just picked up on a whim. I bought this completely blind, and it was, it was like in the $20 range, so I just went ahead and picked it up because I thought it would be really nice for this time of year, and I was definitely not wrong about that. This is Coach Floral, and this is the Eau de Parfum. So, this is such a pretty box too. It's pink and white, and it's just got this beautiful, like, embossed, floral pattern on it. It's really, really beautiful. So I love the Coach bottles, and I've never had an actual Coach perfume. This is my first Coach perfume, but I love these bottles. I just think they're so beautiful and classic looking. It's got this really beautiful like leather pink and white flower on it. The sprayer is just so, so pretty. Just the way that it is shaped, it's just really beautiful. It's just, the whole bottle is really stunning, I feel like. So this fragrance, it's got a beautiful sprayer on it. So the fragrance is definitely very mainstream smelling. It's nothing special, but it's beautiful. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. This is going to be a very easy to reach for fragrance, a super safe blind buy. I mean, just like, this is a no-brainer. It's one of those kind of no-brainer type fragrances. So Coach Floral is citrus, pink peppercorn, pineapple sorbet, tea rose, jasmine sambac, gardenia, woods, patchouli essence, and musk. You get a beautiful, light, bright, fresh rose in this. That pineapple sorbet, it's not like a super strong pineapple note or anything. You're definitely not going to smell pineapple, but it's adding a really beautiful sweetness to it. I don't get any woods, maybe a little bit of musk, It's beautiful though. I really, really love this one. I was very happy to have picked it up for such a good price and really happy to have added it to my collection. So again, that is Coach Floral, that is the EDP. Back to the Emanuel Ungaro one, the Apparition. This is considered, I believe, a pure perfume. So yeah, that was that one. Thought I better tell you the formulation. Next one I picked up is one that I picked up because of the perfumer who created this fragrance. I have never heard of this in my life, so this was just a complete blind buy that I just grabbed because of the perfumer, hoping that it would be good, and I was definitely not wrong. This is a very interesting fragrance, very, very inexpensively found on Fragrancenet. This is called Starck Paris, that's the house, and this is called Peau de Soie. Peau de Soie, I think. So yeah, this is, the perfumer on this is Dominique Ropion. You can see it even says it on the back. And that is the only reason I picked this up. This is, I'll show you, this is what the bottle, or sorry, this is what the box looks like. There are two other fragrances in this line, I think also both created by Dominique Ropion, and I plan to pick both of those up as well, if I can find them. This one, okay, this is, there's nothing groundbreaking about this. This kind of has that pencil shaving type smell to it. But once you spray it and it gets on the skin and starts drying down, it's one of those that if you've got chemistry that works with this, it's just gonna work. If you don't, you're not gonna like it. The notes on this were very vague. I couldn't find any really good solid notes on it. I'm sure they're listed maybe on the Starck website, but I didn't go that far. I just went to Fragrancenet. And on Fragrancenet, it is listed as woody notes, animal notes, musk, and powdery notes. I would not categorize this as an extremely powdery fragrance by any means. To me and my nose, this is mostly woods. This is definitely not a safe blind buy. This one is even hard for me to describe. Do not be afraid by the animal notes. I don't get animal notes in this at all. This is not animalic to me. This is mostly woods, very, very slightly powdery. I imagine there's musks in here, but definitely a unisex fragrance. This one is not overly feminine. It's not overly masculine. It's just very middle of the road. I really, really like this though. Yeah, there is musk in it. Sorry, I just saw that again. Definitely woods and musks right here. That's basically what you're going to get in this. A little bit of the pencil shaving vibe, but that's mostly in the bottle. Once you get it on the skin, that kind of goes away. I'm sorry, I keep waving the bottle around. Let me hold it still for you so you can see it. It does have this really beautiful kind of frosted indentation, and I think when you get all three bottles, they are meant to sit next to each other, and it creates a design along the back there. But anyways, this was a little gem of a find for me. I think that this one will definitely do much better in cooler weather. I think that it will be much more nuanced. There will be much more going on. It's just so hot here right now. I mean, it's like nearing 100 degrees outside with just incredible humidity. So yeah, this is definitely not meant for this type of weather. So I'm very excited to try this one out in the winter and fall months, and I will definitely circle back and let you guys know how this works in the cooler, in the cooler months. So again, that is Starck Paris, and that is Peau de Soie, I believe is how you say that. So the next one I picked up is an Agent Provocateur fragrance, sorry. And this is one that I just randomly came across on Fragrancenet. I read the notes, or I looked up the notes on it, and I immediately knew I had to have it because it is everything that I am like in love with right now. It's a citrusy, kind of unisex, it's that type of thing. This is called Agent Provocateur Electric, and it comes in this beautiful, like, neon lime green bottle, or sorry, box I should say. Mine is a tester bottle, so yeah. So mine had a black tester sticker on it, which I pulled off, and it left some black residue, which will be very easy for me to get off, probably with some soap and water. I just haven't done that yet. It's got this really pretty, which is very, you know, it's very Agent Provocateur to have this little stopper and this really pretty purple ribbon, which I just feel like contrasts so pretty, or so well with the lime green. But this fragrance, oh my gosh. It is just stunning. Like I say, very citrusy. It's got fig in it, so it is a citrus and fig fragrance. And it's just everything that I'm loving right now. Very unisex, very easy to wear, wonderful in this super high heat. It's just a stunner. This is probably, I know a lot of people tend to lean towards the more, the really dark, kind of sexy Agent Provocateur fragrances, like, is there one called Low? I can't remember. I've had a lot of them. I've sold them all because I haven't been super impressed with any of them, or I shouldn't say super impressed. They're beautiful, but none of them really did it for me, if that makes any sense. This one, however, is just like lovely. If you love fig and you know you like citrus, this is just like a must-have. So when you read up on this one on Fragrancenet, you're going to see a lot of reviews of people saying that it's like a body spray, it doesn't last long, that it's got really disappointing performance and sillage and all that. I would completely disagree. Like, yes, after probably the first 15-20 minutes, it's not going to be projecting massively anymore. But this one hung around on my skin for hours. Like, I could smell it for hours. I've worn it once. I haven't given it like a really good full wear test, which is basically me wearing it to work and being out of the house for 12 hours and then seeing how it performs then, which I really put my perfumes to the test on a daily basis for sure. But this one, I don't feel like it's as horrible of a performer as people make it out to be on Fragrancenet. Now, mind you, a lot of people's skin eats up citrus like with a quickness, and I am lucky enough that my skin doesn't do that terribly. Oh, gosh, I cannot stop smelling this on myself. It's just so good. It's like the yummiest lime and fig concoction ever. So, oh my gosh, I've been talking about this for so long. Let me tell you what the notes are in this. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the notes in Electric are lemon, bergamot, lime, fig, fig tree, sandalwood, and amber. So basically what I'm smelling is lime and fig. And on my skin, it is super, super strong. And the lime is so fresh and yummy, and the fig is so like dry and then woody. There's like a woodiness to this. It's just stunning. It's just stunning. It's like a cool fragrance. This is one that's going to make you feel fresh and cool. It's going to be clean smelling. I just love this. I'm gushing right now because I think out of everything, this is like definitely in the top 2 of everything that I bought. This is one of my favorite things that I got. So I will stop going on about this. This is Agent Provocateur Electric. The next one I picked up is another one that I just randomly ran across. I read some reviews on it, went ahead and picked it up. It was very inexpensive. I caught a little sale going on Fragrancenet. They had, and yeah, all but the ones that I went on there to actually seek out, which was the Starck. I went on Fragrancenet to actually seek that one out. And then a couple of the other ones. There are 3 that I went on to actually seek out, and then I saw that they were having some kind of like a 80% off summer sale, and I went through, they had like 5 pages of things, and I went through it, and that's where I just randomly came across the Electric, the Coach Floral, and I think, no, this next one is one that I actually sought out as well. This one is by J. Del Pozo, and this is called Ambar. And at first, when I was reading the reviews on this on Fragrancenet, I'll show you, this is what the box looks like. When I was reading reviews on this on Fragrancenet, people were saying, no, this is definitely, like, you would look at this bottle and it looks like liquid amber or something. And you read the notes and it seems like they're going to be, like this is going to be a beautiful, like warm, rich amber fragrance. It's going to be good for cold weather. And everybody on Fragrancenet was saying that no, this is like a kind of citrus and tea fragrance. This is really good for warm weather. I am going to disagree. And the only reason I'm going to disagree is because, yes, this is, this does have some citrus and tea. It's a little bit aromatic, but when I first got this, it was one of these days like today, like we've been having for 2 weeks now, of just incredible heat and humidity. And I pulled this out and I sprayed it, and I literally thought I was anosmic to it. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't smell this at all. I don't smell anything. And I think what it is that these notes are not meant for the summertime at all. They're not meant for heat. I don't feel like this is going to really, and I tried spraying it on my skin, same thing, I couldn't smell anything. I feel like this one is really, really meant for cooler weather, and in the cooler weather, those notes are just really gonna bloom with this one. I adore this bottle. Like, how gorgeous is this? With this really beautiful medallion hanging on it. So beautiful. But yeah, this was super inexpensive as well, and I can't remember why or where I even came across this. I just came across it. But anyways, let me tell you the notes of this one. So Ambar is cardamom, bergamot, tangerine, iris, tea, peony, Virginia cedar, sage, and amber. So a lot of people were saying it's like a very light citrusy fragrance. It is, but this is going to be one of those fragrances that are like light and airy, but meant for cooler weather, if that makes any sense. I don't get a lot of cardamom in this. I do get the bergamot. I do get the iris. I do get the sage and the labdanum and the benzoin. This is a stunner. Like, I love this. And I cannot wait to try this one in the cooler weather, because I feel like the sage is going to come out, the cardamom is going to come out. All of these delicate, spicy, warm notes are really going to bloom in cooler weather. So anyways, enough about this one. This is J. Del Pozo or Pozo Ambar. Okay, this next one I picked up again because it is a Francis Kurkdjian creation. Him in collaboration with another perfumer made this. I have been meaning to pick up more of the Coolwater flankers, because after I quit wearing Coolwater like eons ago, 25 years ago or something, maybe long, no, probably about 25 years ago, when I quit wearing Coolwater. Like, I never kept up with it. I've never tried any of the flankers or anything like that. So when I saw that Francis Kurkdjian was the perfumer on this one, and I knew it would be super inexpensive to just blind buy, I went ahead and did. And this is Coolwater Wave. And this one, when I read the notes on it as well, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. So the bottle is really, really pretty. Very beautiful. My only complaint with this one, and it smells incredible. Oh gosh. Okay, so this bottle is very, very hard for me to hold and spray at the same time. Like, oh, wow. This one is just beautiful. This one is like a body spray though, for real. It does not last on my skin at all. Like, I drenched myself in it yesterday. Oh, I still smell it in the air, and it's just so yummy and beautiful. But yeah, I drenched myself in this yesterday, and I don't know, after about 20 minutes I couldn't smell anything at all, like unless I really dug my nose into my arm, and then I could smell it a little bit, but I don't even care. It was so inexpensive, and it's such a gorgeous smell. I'm just gonna keep it, and I will probably blow through this bottle because I'll use it like a body spray, but I don't even care. It's totally worth it. Okay, so Wave is Mexican Lime, Japanese Pear, Frangipani, Marine Accord, Bondi Beach Flower, Sambac Jasmine, Amber, and Woods. You guys. Mexican Lime, Frangipani, Japanese Pear. Oh gosh. It's so yummy. It's so good. Like, this one is a super easy to wear in the heat. Like, 100 degrees, no problem. It's gonna smell amazing. It's not gonna choke you out. It's gonna be super fresh. It's a little bit sweet. If you like lime and pear and frangipani and light woods, I think you'll love this. Super safe blind buy too. Just good. I really am enjoying this, and I'm definitely going to start keeping my eye out for some more of the Coolwater flankers. This one got me excited. So anyways, that is Coolwater Wave from Davidoff. Okay, and then the last full bottle that I picked up is one that I can't remember why I bought this. I think I bought this because my phone's not in here. I think this is another Dominique Ropion creation, and I think that that's why I picked it up. Oftentimes I will go on Fragrantica because I'm really trying to get better about not being swayed to buy other perfumes because I'm seeing them on YouTube channels, because I feel like I really need to start seeking things out on my own and really sourcing some different things for you guys, because I feel like because we all watch each other's videos, which I adore watching other fragrance videos, but I'm so easily swayed to buy things. If somebody says it's good, or if it has notes in it that I know I'm gonna love, I will totally just pick it up. But I feel like if I keep doing that, like I'm just buying things that other people are also buying, and then we're all just kind of regurgitating the same fragrances for you guys. So I'm really trying to get better about really just doing my research, finding things, either buying things based on recommendations from you guys, or really just finding little gems on my own. So one of the things that I've started to do is really look for perfumes from perfumers that I really admire. I really like Dominique Ropion's creations. Francis Kurkdjian, it's like half of them I love, half of them I don't really love. I know it's going to be a hit or miss with those ones, but if it's something that I know I like, then I know that he's probably created it in some other form. So because a lot of his fragrances smell very similar, as far as he'll have one in the Maison line that smells exactly like something that maybe he's even done for a celebrity or a designer. So anyways, I'm trying to really start seeking out perfumes based on the perfumer, and I think that's how I came across this one. That was a very long-winded way to tell you that I'm pretty sure that this one is a Dominique Ropion creation. This is from Ted Lapidus, and it is called White Soul. I can tell you guys, after buying this one, I am really going to start, researching others in this line, because this was so incredibly inexpensive. And to me, this smells like a niche perfume. This is beautiful, beautiful quality. Wonderful performer. This one lasted on me forever. and I love it. And this one says it's got, let's see. Okay, it says made with crystallized, which is a trademarked thing, and it is a Swarovski element. So it's got like a little Swarovski crystal. I don't know if you can see that. Really, really, yeah, there you go. Really, really pretty. It's a very pretty white bottle. There are quite a few fragrances in this line from Ted Lapidus. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys. Okay, this is not well suited for the heat. This is more of a cold weather fragrance. But I wore this to bed last night, and it's so good. So this is Mandarin, Mirabelle, Apricot, Orange Blossom, Heliotrope, Saffron, Amber, Labdanum, Benzoin, and Tonka. And that's really what it ends up drawing down to, is that Labdanum, Benzoin, and Tonka base, which is very prevalent in a lot of fragrances, but this one is brightened up a little bit with the Mandarin and the Orange Blossom. Saffron sometimes, sometimes I like saffron in fragrance, sometimes I really don't like saffron in fragrance. It is not overwhelming in this at all. It's not super prominent. This one is just all about that Labdanum, Tonka, and Benzoin. It's beautiful. There's just the slightest touch of powderiness from the Heliotrope. It's beautiful. I can smell the apricot just barely. I just love this. If you guys know that you like that combination of Labdanum, Benzoin, and Tonka bean, I think you would really like this, because that's what it ends up drawing down to. I've smelled niche fragrances that smell very, very similar to this. I can't like think of which ones off the top of my head, but I know that I have gotten like samples from Lucky Scent that smell like this. It just smells very niche to me. I really, really enjoy this fragrance. So anyways, that is White Soul from Ted Lapidus. And then last but not least, I picked up a little sample, carded sample. I like to throw a few of these into every Fragrancenet order that I get, because there are bottles that I just don't want to blind buy a full bottle of, and if they've got a sample available on Fragrancenet, I love to pick them up, and this is one of them. So this is Nina Ricci. This is L'Extase Rose Absolue. So this one I picked up because I, for probably a year and a half now, have wanted the Elisab Essence No. 1 Rose fragrance. It's very popular in the fragrance community, and for good reason. It's so, so stunning. I went through a little vial sample of it. I fell head over heels in love with it, and unfortunately it has been discontinued and is nearly impossible to find here in the States. I keep my eye out on eBay. I look on Mercari all the time. I look everywhere for it, and like I cannot find it. I've even tried just doing a random Google search to see if there's any random store out there carrying it. I've looked on Walmart's website. I have looked absolutely everywhere, and I cannot find it. So if you guys know of anybody that sells that fragrance, or any way that I could get my hands on it, please let me know in the comment section, because I am dying to get it. So with all of that being said, I a lot of the times if something's hard for me to get, or if it's just too expensive, I don't want to spend that kind of money on it, I will go on Fragrantica and find what people are voting that it smells like, what fragrances people are voting for, saying that it smells like that fragrance. And on the Elisab Essence No. 1, people said that the L'Extase Rose Absolue smells just like it. So it is the same perfumer as well. Francis Kurkdjian created both of these fragrances, and I do know that a lot of his fragrances are very, very similar. So I trust that this smells probably very much like it. And a lot of people did say it smells very much like it. So I picked this one up. Gosh. And it does, from what I remember, it does smell just like it, but I'm sure, because I can't smell them side by side, I'm sure there are some nuanced differences, but I think to me this one smells enough like it. It's like the liquid is even the same color. But I think to me this one smells enough like it that I'm going to pick up a full bottle. Oh gosh, I love this. I love it so much. Just read the notes that it has here on the little card, even though the ones I wrote down are the same, but just to be safe. So the notes in this are black pepper infused with the richness of Atlas cedarwood, oriental musk accords, vanilla, sensual and bewitching volutes of amber and benzoin, heightened by an imprint of patchouli heart. So it's basically just a spiced, very slightly sweet rose. It's gorgeous. It's like everything that I want in a rose fragrance with my little obsession with rose right now. It's just stunning. I love this. I'm gonna have to get a full bottle like immediately because it's gorgeous. But like I say, if any of you guys know where I can pick up the Elie Sub Rose #1, or if any of you have a bottle of it and don't want it anymore, please email me in the to my email address in the description box below, and I will happily take it off your hands for you. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's my little haul. Well, my kind of large haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.